So here's what the Jeep looks like after a day or two in the trails. It looks like everything's fine. As you can see, the wheels are straight. Obviously I cleaned it now, it's clean, but the wheel seems to be straight. Now let's have a look at the inside of the steering wheel. Even though, like I said, your front wheels are straight on the truck, as you can see here, the steering wheel is a little bit on the left, about 5 to 10 minutes on the left side on your steering wheel. So for you to go straight on the road, you have to keep your steering wheel like this, which is not good because you might have problems with the anti-slip system going on all the time with the flashing light in the dash. And here's what I want you to look like. If you get a closer look here, you see this is the adjustable track bar bracket that ties into the fitment arm right here. So obviously you have to have an adjustable front track bar if you want to be able to perform this. So here it is. You can see the two bolts here. They might be on a different side depending on the adjustment you have on your truck. What you have to do is you can take just a key like this. That's a 15 millimeter screw here. So what you want to do is you want to just loosen them up. And then once you're done with this, you want to take it from this part here with some pliers like this, and you want to turn it like this side here. So it's going to turn the adjustment that you have on your bar with the fitment arm here. So it's going to adjust the length of your track bar, and then you have to go look at your steering wheel. As you're moving down like this, your steering wheel is going to straighten up. So you have to go see inside your Jeep to do this until your steering wheel is completely straight. Just make sure that they're tight enough. Now, as you can see, my steering wheel is completely straight, I think. Obviously, you'll have to do a road test. Sometimes you give it too much. You have to come back and maybe move the track bar adjustment the other way to get back to the center. Now, for those of you who have a ProCal chip, I can show you how to do this. If you want to make sure, for example, if you have your anti-slip system lights, the yellow lights on in the dashboard, I'll show you how to recalibrate your steering center with your ProCal. That's a feature that you can do with your ProCal, which is perfect. Once you perform what we've just been through with the track bar adjustment, then you take your ProCal and you do the adjustment. I'll show you how to do this. Okay, so once you're done with that, as I said, if you have a problem with the alignment of your Jeep, you might have an issue with the ESP system, or you know, going on, or just even if the system does not go on, you might have just the light, the icon of the ESP system flashing in the dashboard. So the ESP system that you have in your Jeep utilizes a digital sensor in the steering wheel to determine exactly where the user wants the vehicle to go. So if you change any parts, you're disconnecting any steering or replacing parts, like the tie rod, front axle, or anything like that, this can cause this module to become out of correlation with the wheels. So to center the wheels with the steering wheels, the ProCal chip will indicate the user exactly where is the zero on your steering wheel, basically on the sensor itself. So when you're enabling the steering sensor mode with the ProCal module, you'll see the lights corresponding turn signal goes on in the dash, whether it's the left turn signal or the right one, depending on how far you are from the center. So I'll show you more about this. So let's look at the ProCal. So if you have one, you know what it is. If you don't, you might want to get one of these things. It's a small thing, probably about 150 bucks here in Canada. It's made by AEV, and it's pretty cool. The way it works is, as you can see on the back of the chip, there's 9 what they call micro switches. So depending on what features you want to activate with that chip, you move those micro switches to the either on or off position, and you're good to go. It also comes with a quick reference guide, so it's really user-friendly, easy to use. So as an example, let's look at the guide here. Just want to show you. So the steering wheel centering mode is part of what they call the runtime function. And here's the section, just to show you how it works. Here's the section of it in the quick reference guide. And make sure you keep that guide with you in your Jeep all the time. So whether you're on the road, in the trails, you can quickly reference to it if you want to do anything with that ProCal chip. So first of all, step number 1, as you can see, the first 3 switches are set to that position by default, meaning the 1 and 2 switches are the on position, meaning up, and the 3rd switch is down. So that allows you to get into the runtime function, basically. And then, depending on what you do, if you look at step 2 here, on the right side, you see the centering of the steering. So you put your first 3 switches to the position I just said. The first 2 are up, the 3rd down, and then starting here, you start with the number 4, which is down, and number 5 up, and all the remaining ones, 6, 7, 8, and 9 are at the down position. So if you want to look at the full sequence on the chip itself, here's what it looks like. So as you can see, number 1 and 2 are up, number 3 down, as well as number 4, number 5 up, and all the remaining 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9 are down. So with that setup, the chip knows that I want to do steering wheel centering. Okay, now let's look at the chip positioning. You go on obviously on the driver's side, like this. If you go here, you'll notice right here, you can see it. That's the chip here. Hub, where you can put the chip. So basically, what you want to do is just take the chip like this and put it in position like this. Boom. Chip is on. But before you do this, again, refer to the manual, the quick reference guide, but you have to for the runtime function, make sure your engine is on first, and then you plug the chip into the hub. Okay, so let's do this, and I'll show you how it works. Okay, so I started the Jeep, the engine is on, I just plugged the chip where I just showed you. Now, as you can see, it looks like you see the headlights, the blue light on in the dashboard. That's basically your center. Now you'll see as I move the steering wheel just to adjust it to the left, boom, the left flasher is on. That means that I'm too far to the left. Go back to the center. Now I'm in the center. If I move it back too far on the right hand side, that's the right flasher light that goes on. Then going back to the middle, now I'm perfectly centered. That's it. So your center is now programmed, but you have to exit properly by pressing the flasher either to the left or the right position. There you go. You heard two beep of the horn. That means the operation has been successful, and then you can pull your chip out of the hub and you're done. Your steering wheel is now completely centered, as you can see. And just so you know, once you've done that, if you had problem with the ESP yellow lights on in the dashboard, it's at this point it will probably still be on. So what you have to do once you complete these steps, you take your Jeep and you go on a straight ride. You know, if you can go on the highway or something, at least I would say a good like 5 kilometers or something like that, 5 to 7 kilometers. And then if everything is adjusted properly with what you've just done in your truck, with the adjustment of the track bar, and then this steering wheel centering with your profile, if everything has been done properly, after a few kilometers on the road straight, your ESP yellow light will then turn off by itself. So you'll know that everything's done properly. So that's it. You've just realigned your truck by yourself without going to the dealer. Depending on what happened to your truck, if that happened in the trails or something, you might want to do a quick visit to the dealership to do a realignment. But if it's just minor stuff, at least those steps can help you perform a quick realignment of your Jeep and get you out of the trail and get back home without any problems. Alright, so hope that helps, guys, and stay tuned for more video. Thank you for watching Black Ops Jeep channel, and please make sure to hit the subscribe button for more videos to come. Thank you, guys.